to the End Time Truth Television, the channel for the lovers of truth, for the truth of the end time. So if you are a lover of truth, give us a subscription and God bless you. Shalom. Hello everybody, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, God bless you. I brought you the story of this woman, but that was part one. This is the second part of the story, and this cumulative experiences that she has had in the hands of both fake pastors, false prophets, and even a native doctor. I'd like you to please listen. I will not say much at the beginning of this video so that it will enable you to hear what I have to say at the end of the video. But before I will allow you to watch the video, please, I'd like you to visit the woman's page and subscribe to her channel. I just want to plead, please, that you can visit her page and subscribe to her YouTube channel, and maybe it touches your heart to help you. She was complaining of her camera not being too good, her background not being too nice. I'd plead, if you can, be of support to make her, be happy with what she is doing and be more courageous and proud in what she is doing. Don't come asking me if my own quality is good. Forget about what you see now. Just do what you want to do, and God will bless you. Thank you. I'll be seeing you at the end of the video.
This is Igbo Naija Mama. I'm here today again to share one of the experiences I had in one of the churches. I will call the church name. The church name is Christ Worshippers Warri. It's in Osubi. Though it's almost about more than 20. So this thing happened about 20-something years ago. I know many of you might say, why are you here now to be sharing these things that have happened some time ago? The reason why I'm sharing these things again, though I've talked about it in this my same channel before, but I know then a lot of people were not part of this channel, so that is why I decided to share again. And another thing that moved me to say let me share this again is because of this lady, Ruth Matthew, a disabled woman like me. I don't know why this thing is touching me a lot, because in short, I was totally moved. I'm in pain because of what this lady has been passing through. This lady that lost her child in church for the past 2 years now, going to 3 years now, in Prophet Jeremiah church. Since then, the matter has not come out till now, before the matter came out about her losing her child in the church. Have people ever sit down to think about, why is this woman coming out now? Why is she saying these things now? I sit down on my own, I just have a thought about it. I say, why is this woman coming out now? Why did she not say all these things then? Nobody will know what happened. Nobody know whether this woman have been threatening not to say anything ever since, or maybe they have used something on her that make her to keep quiet since. I don't know. This thing is, it pains me a lot, because she's a physically challenged person. I know what it is for a physically challenged person to carry pregnancy for 9 months and you give birth to that child. And giving birth to that child, not a normal delivery. I know other women go through CS also, but for a physically challenged person to go through CS to give birth to a child, and that child ended up being taken away from her. Even if the thing did not happen to me, I know what this woman must be going through. I know what she's feeling. ever since, before the thing that came out now. Me that is here, I know a lot of prayers I pray with pains in my heart that God answered for me. Miracles will happen. But don't be deceived by these so-called men of God. A lot of things you see they are doing in the church is being staged. People are being hired to do those things. I'm talking from experience. I've been there. I have seen. I have seen. So I've been moved now to be coming out to be sharing my stories, what I've been through in church, so that people will learn. People will see that there are more to the eyes. They say the more you look, the less you see. There are things that are happening behind closed doors. Things are happening that we are not seeing. We should not be deceived. We should not be manipulated. It's either they drain you emotionally, or they will suck you dry. Your heart and money, they will collect it from you. Or they might even take your life. Say they want to heal you. That is why I come out here today to share another experience. Something I don't want to share before, but because of the way I see people responded to this my video, some people are telling me, don't hide it, don't hold it back, share, so that people will learn from what you experience. That is why you see me here again, want to share one experience I had in that Christ Worshipers Church in Warri. The church belongs to one late Samuel. I've forgotten the surname. It's prophet. That's what they call him. So that is why I come out here today to share another experience. You guys should not mind my poor background, the low quality of the video. I've always said that because in Nigeria, you know how it is. No lights, and the place I am, my house is very small. It's what I can afford. I don't have money to rent a bigger place, so the place is dark. I'm living in a very small environment. You know how Nigeria is. Talk less of a physically challenged mom like me. I'm not working. My husband is not working. So we are just managing here. So I have a very low quality. Myself, when I'm outside for my camera, of course, so people should manage with me. Just listening to my voice. So this church, it's been long ago, over 20 years ago, that I had this experience. First of all, somebody told us about the church, told my father. Then I was not married. I don't have kids then. Somebody told my father about the church, that that is the church he's going to. Every last Friday of the month they do miracle service, that we should come. There is no way that I will not get my healing there, that we should come. I say, okay, no problem. We went. When we went there, when the woman was taking us there, she did not tell us that they would tell us to bring money or anything. So when we went there, first of all, they take us to the prophet's office. When the prophet saw me, say, you will be him. Fine girl, you will be he. You already work. I've already seen the spirit room. You are working. What people are going to do? People so amount, do this, do this. My father paid. I don't know how much he paid. My father don't disclose that to me. He paid. So after that one, he said we should come another day. We went back again. When we went there, he told us that because the man is from Ijebu. He's from Ijebu. He always travel to his village every time. He said he used to go there to bring that the one he pray, that if he lay hands, the healing did not come. That he will go to that he has a how will I call it? I don't know the way he describe it. It's like his own godfather or somebody higher than him. That will go to that place. They will bring medicine. The man will pray on it. Then you drink it. So he now told my father that he should bring money. They will go to that place. They will pray that that cannot be taken for free. They should bring money. When you go there, they will pray for the medicine. We bring it to me and we drink it. My father said, okay, no problem. Because my father was so desperate to see me walking with my legs. So anything you tell that man to do then, for me to get up and walk my feet, that man can do it. This my condition paid my father to the extent that if you tell that man to give up his eyes for me to walk, he will do it. Then that time when my oh God. The reason why I don't want to share these things is because I don't want to go back to my pain, because I believe God has done a lot of things for me. I don't want to go back to all those things I passed through. I don't want to go back to my pains. I don't want to remember those things to make me go emotional. That's why I don't want. And again, my husband don't like me repeating all those things. And even my children, anytime I'm talking about these things, they will be crying. So that is why I don't like going back. But when I'm doing this video now, my children are going to school. My husband is not at home. I'm the only one at home. So that is why you see me talking like this, talking loud. So when we now, when the man came back from the travel from Ijebu, he sent for us. We went. He now gave us more substance. It's inside one small bottle like that. He said this substance, that if I take it, I will stand up. That before I go to bed in the evening, I should take a 1 spoon out of it and drink, then go to bed. There are 12 in the midnight that I should get up and walk. That 12 o'clock is when my healing will come. So I should get up. That 12 o'clock I will start walking. You see my father that very day, oh, my father was happy. My father was jubilating. He was jubilating. Say, oh, my daughter, this man has faith too. My father has his faith. They said, you know that faith, they say he can move mountain. My father have it. My father have it. Even his faith is stronger than my own. When they told my father was so happy. He was so happy. But at times I would look and say, God, even these people, even if they are giving us fake things to drink, why do you not just heal me because of the faith my father have? Why do you not just heal me because of the faith my father have on those things? Because he believe it so much. He believe anything they tell him, he always believe. That's why at times I will question and say, God, why do you not just heal me because of my father, because of my father's faith? Why do you not just, even if these things are fake, you should just heal me? So that my father was happy when he got home. It was, that joy. My daughter will walk around 12 today. He was happy. He was playing music. That is something that they have not done for a long time. My father used to sit down, we just want to enjoy, be thinking. But because of what this man said, this man was so happy, jubilating, playing music. Was playing music, jubilating, happy. Even me, I was saying in my mind, God, because of my father, if they don't disappoint this man. I'm not even thinking about saying me again. I was saying, God, don't disappoint this man. Make me work because of my father. I don't want my father to feel bad. Make me. That was what I was praying in my mind. This man was. I went to bed. I went to go and sleep. I was not. I believe that my father was. He must be watching the time to see when 12 o'clock we reach, because exactly 12, my father came to wake me up. He called me, Cordelia. Get up. Cordelia. Cordelia is my real name. Maybe a lot of you might not know my name. My real name is Cordelia, but I called myself Able Nigeria Mama because I believe that whatever an able person can do, I can do it. Anybody that has like what you can do, I can do it. That's why I gave myself that name, Able Nigeria Mama. So my real name is Cordelia. He called me, said, Cordelia, stand up, stand up. It's time for you to get up and walk. No, with that faith, I got up. I hold the place, trying to get up. If I want to get up, I will fall. If I want to get up, I will fall. I will struggle again. I was believing, yes, I want to walk now 12 o'clock in the night. I will get up, I will fall. I will get up, I will fall. Still, nothing happened. My father, I was not as disappointed as my father. My father was so disappointed. He cried that night. That man cried that night. He cried. He cried. Because of my father's cry, I was crying. Not because of me not working. Because of my father, when my father was crying, I cried. Not because I could not walk. Because of my father. The pain that man was passing through. I cried. I cried that night. I cried. Take break, we move on. So that woman that came to us, the woman that directed us to the place. The woman came, he say we should not be disappointed that the miracle will still happen, that we should still go to church. Like that Sunday reach, we went for normal Sunday service. We went to see the prophet. The prophet say we should not worry that I have seen everything in the spirit realm. That in the spirit realm I have already started working. The only problem is that I have not manifest. That gradually it will manifest. That's what the prophet told us. That they have a service. We should come for the miracle service. Say okay, no problem. The day of that miracle service, that day was 31st December, which is a night to New Year day. I said okay, no problem. We will go. My father say I should not give up, that we should go. I say no wahala. People should not bother that this video is getting too long. You should not be angry. I just want to express myself, see everything. So that 31st December, that 31st December, which is on New Year, a day to a crossover night. That's what they call it, crossover night. They now told us that when we are coming to church on that crossover night, we should buy candle, baking soap, handkerchief, honey, sugar, perfume. That we should buy the most expensive perfume. That when we buy that most expensive perfume, all these things we bought, they are going to pray for all these things. After praying on it, that when we use it, that year will be a year of sugar, will be a year of honey. The candle will bring light to our life. Then that perfume, when we spray it, it will be blessing. Anybody that have mind is not will not see us. That the perfume will bring glory to us. You know that we should use it. That perfume will be a special perfume, so we should buy expensive perfume. We say okay. We bought all these things. We bought akashi, bath soap, all these things. We bought it. My father went and bought a very expensive perfume for me with his hard-earned money. Bought it for me. We went to the church. Do you guys know that I went to that church as early as 10 o'clock. I've already, not in the night to 10 o'clock in the morning, because in that if you say you should wait till evening time when all night want to start, the place will be so occupied, because if you see the crowd that come to that all night, that always come to that place, you'll be amazed. You will shock. So because of that, they told us we should go in the morning to go and secure a space. And went there before 10 o'clock. I've already been in church 10 a.m. in the morning to secure a space. So when I really went there, the people there are not many. So I secure front of the church. I sat in the front of the church, close, just the way they say front of the church. That is where I sat down. I was there, and the church then they just roof it. They have not closed the side, so sun was entry there. That sun hit me from that place Monday to night. For somebody to sit down for one place for how many hours? Nowhere for me to lie down, to say okay, I want to lie down. I sat on this rubber chair from that morning till that time. I was on rubber chair. Before evening time, my waist has already started paining me, but I could not. I was bearing it because I was hoping I'm going to get my healing, so I can do anything to get my healing. I sat there. We are in the church. We are dancing. We are doing everything. We are happy, dancing, jubilating. So around after, when the church are full, a lot of people are come now. Everywhere filled up. They now say, where are those things? You say we we should buy. Do we bought them? Everybody say yes, yes, yes. We bought everything. So okay, no problem. We should hold it. The miracle is going to happen with all those things. So, okay, no problem. So around that, the prophet was not in church that time. I have not come. So around that, I think 11, 12, the prophet no, the prophet have not come that time. Has he come? I don't remember. I don't think he have come that time. So they now told me that. So everybody went out dancing. Everybody was doing praises. Everybody was dancing, doing things. So one of the usher now came to me. He said, "Why are you not dancing?" I said, "I cannot walk. I'm here to get my healing. I cannot walk. That is why I'm not dancing." He said, "No, if you know you cannot walk, you're not supposed to sing in front of the church. You have to go back, go to the back seat, because the church, they are videoing it. They will show it in television, in TV stations. So they want everything to be uniform. They want everybody to be dancing in front of the church. So they don't want to see a situation whereby somebody will be sitting down in the front of church. Person is not dancing. It's not good." I say, I should go to the back of the church. He say yes, that I should move back. I say, me, I'm not going anywhere. I'll be here since 10 o'clock. Where's the time now? I'll be sitting down here for more than 12 hours. Just to secure, so that when the prophet comes, he will see me first to lay hands upon. So I should go back. I'm not going, my dear. Before I look, I went to go and call other people. Other how do they call it? Co-ushers. They came. "Why are you not moving back? Go to the back of the church." Very aggressive though, you were talking to me, shouting on me. I say, "I'm not going. Go back. You are stubborn. You say you want to get your healing, you are stubborn in the church. How can you have healing when you are stubborn? How can you be healed when you are stubborn in the church?" I say, "I'm not going." They left again. They now want to go and call one of the elder in the church. The elder came. He said, "What is happening?" They now told him. He said, the elder now said, "Move to the church at the back now, like what they told you, they are videoing the church. So they want everything to be uniform." I said the only way for people to move me, to take me to that, is for people to carry me with this my chair and go and throw me away. I don't even have a wheelchair. I was sitting on a rubber chair. So it's only for people to carry me with this chair and go and throw me away. By then, hey, oh my God. You know when they say somebody don't shatter, my heart don't pieces. I was crying. I was bitter. I was crying. I was ready to do anything that time. You know when they say lion, Jesus. I was crying. So bitter. I was crying. Say me. Because I cannot walk, I should just sit down in front of the church. He said, "I should go back, go back." So now they go. When they now see that, they are not criticizing, because a lot of people are not started looking at me. Even the people at my back, they were sitting at my back, they were saying, "Which kind of thing?" Not worry now, the way they speak English. "Which kind of thing be that one? Person wey come since one is day for the call. We meet this sister here. Which one are they say make it go back because you're not the work? Not be any person go get for as fast as they do for church. But you go make una say make it go back. Not go, sister, don't come up for there." All of them, everybody was saying, "Don't go. Make dem come throw you comot. Which kind matter be that one? Make dem come throw you comot." You see that, I was crying. If you see my eyes, oh God. When they see the way people were saying, you were talking, and they now say, more people should leave her there, leave her there, leave her there. Inside church, and not everybody that come to church are ready to serve, or some came to destroy. People should leave her there." They not leave me. They went. But as me, I will see something. You know what this crane? What do they call it? That they used to tow, carry load. As me, I can see that crane that time. I see somebody that will just bring crane. All what I was thinking, just somebody to bring crane, just to hook me like this and throw me out of. That was what I was thinking, to just remove me from that place. I want to fly out. I want to fly out of that place. That was in my mind. I want to fly out. But no way. I bear it. I was there. Crying my life all through. I cried to enter New Year. Tears. I entered New Year with tears. I was not concentrating anymore. See, before the prophet now came. When the prophet came, it's okay, no problem. They were praying. Praying. All this, when I was there, people that came to the church, all of them came. Me that was sitting in front of the church, I don't even know whether I'm in front of the church again. They covered me up. In my front, more than 10 people that cannot walk. I don't know where those people came from. I only know I'm there, I cannot walk. The people that I know that cannot walk that came early like me, they are still there. But they right in my front. I don't know where the more than 10 people came from that cannot walk. They walk with their legs, they were jumping, carrying crutches, jumping. They carry wheelchair off that they have received their healing. I see people saying they can see. We can see now, I can see now. People that I cannot hear was see, they say I can hear now. I don't know where those people came from. I even saw one person say, some person say vomit tortoise. I saw tortoise crawling on the floor. They said that tortoise had been disturbing the person, disturbing the person vomit tortoise. I don't know how. I was there, crying my life. Crying my life. That was the day I said, never in my life, I will not step on my foot in any church again seeking for miracle. If I want to go to church, I will just go to church for worship, not to say to seek for miracles. That was how I left that church. Okay, let me tell you guys. Guys, remember that they said we should buy all those honey, sugar, table soap, perfume, handkerchief, all those things they say we should buy. Remember we bought it. They now say we should bring the arts for them to pray inside. They now bring the art. They now pray inside all those things. After praying for those things, they said they now carry big robbers, very mighty robbers. So the ushers now stand in each line. They say we should bring all the soap. We gave all the soap out. We donated the soap. We started dropping the soap in the rubber. After that one, they said the perfume that we bought, that we should drop all the perfume. That was when some people now started, people spend money buy a lot expensive perfume now. That was when people started complaining. They said that the perfume that we should buy, that we pray for, we will use it. Blessing will follow. If we drop the perfume, but we have dropped soap. Candle that we many of the things we buy, we have dropped them. We're not going to drop perfume so that they say we will spray in our body, blessing will follow us. Do you know what come out of these people mouth that shocked me in the church? They said anybody that refused to drop any of the things he bought, instead of blessing, that curse will follow the person. A lot of you might not believe what I'm saying, but this is what happened. I'm telling you what I experienced inside church. They say if you not drop all those things you are carrying, instead of blessing, you will carry curse. Curse will follow you. What do? We drop it. As soon as a lot of people, after dropping the perfume, they carry their bag and be going. Those people that was very angry. We dropped the perfume inside church. So what are we talking about? My brethren, you should watch out to be careful of where you go seeking for miracles. Be careful of where you enter. Be careful. Be careful. Don't go to a place you will end up regretting because you are seeking for miracles. Because you have one problem or the other, you say you want to be healed, or you want that problem to you want to get out of that problem. You will end up doubling down your problem. You will carry more problem home. You bring more trouble to yourself. They will dupe you. They will suck you dry. Emotionally, they will drain you. Your health problem, they will double it for you. Do you guys know that in all my life, Since I grew up, it was okay. This is New Year. We are celebrating New Year. That was the worst New Year of my life. I cried all through that day. I did not eat. I was contemplating suicide. To be told, for me just to let me say the truth. I was contemplating suicide. But the only thing that always touched my heart, one thing will tell me, if you kill yourself, what about your dad? What about your daddy? This man that loves you so much. You cannot walk. That is the only problem you have. If this man did not see you again, what will happen? Have you ever think about that? That is the only thought that comes to my heart anytime I contemplate doing that thing. That was what held me back. Then let me end it here. If you guys want me to share more of my stories of what I've been through, this one is short. If I should open my mouth and tell you guys what I see going to native doctors, native doctors, different places. If you guys want me to share more story of what I'm doing, for people to be wise, for you people to know that what you see is not what you are, the thing you are seeing physically is not what is happening. If you want me to share my story, I will share my story. I've been in this condition since when I was 19 years. I'm over 40 now. If you want me to continue sharing my experience, I will continue sharing it for people to learn. I'm just lucky to be alive today. They nearly killed me. I went to a traditional, a native doctor, and they nearly killed. Let me stop it here. Thank you guys also. Please subscribe to this channel.
Well, thank you for being there. If you have watched till this point, thank you very much. Thank you so much. You are my kind of hero. I appreciate you. I just want to say this, that with these women coming out to air their experiences, bitter experiences, it tells me something, that we have people who are not human beings but human beasts. It is bad enough to take advantage of an able-bodied person, not to talk of taking advantage of people's desperate condition, taking advantage of people's unfortunate condition and situations in life. I just can't imagine that people can go, to the length of taking advantage of disabled people, disabled women, ripping them off, lying to them, because they have seen that these people are very desperate. And you see, why these false prophets prosper in this thing is that once it has to do with human wants or need, the human nature has a way of being very desperate because it's looking for solution. And so in the course of looking for solution, anything you tell the person to do, they go ahead to do it, so long as this suggested solution is proffered. And at the end of it, you discover that these things are scams. I've always said that whenever you see anybody who says he's a pastor, that is promising you heaven and earth, and in the process of it, you've got to pay money or buy some substance, those are red flags enough. You just have to leave that person automatically. This woman went through a lot. You can imagine what goes on in these wicked places, that people came to interview her, and they found out that she was physically disabled, and was like, go back, because they already knew that she was not going to be healed. And the people that will be arranged at the front are those that have been already pre-arranged and have been told what to act, so that the cameras will carry them. And that's why I keep telling people, don't always fall for what you see. Don't always fall for social media. Don't always fall for television. Those things are nonsense. You see, you can stay in your living room and listen to a person, and you can discern if this person is preaching or speaking from the point of the truth. You see, Now, whenever it is about miracle and about display of power, about the person, the preacher, the power invested in the preacher, it is another red flag. These are the things that we must look out for. It breaks my heart to hear this kind of a thing, that people can be subjected to this form of uh, very terrible and bitter experience. It breaks my heart. But then there is something that everybody must know, whether you are a victim or the victor, whether you are the vanquished or the conqueror. However it is, there is a day of reckoning. But brethren, seek ye first the kingdom of God. I keep hammering on this. When you have found the kingdom of God, I want you to understand that there are some situations in life that happens to be the will of God for you. If it is the will of God for your life, that is how God wants you to remain. God is not a wicked God. He has his reasons, he has his purposes. Listen, I was born a stammerer. Now, but as I was growing up, it was not so vivid that 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 I would be that staunch a stammerer. But as I began to grow, it came to a point whereby if I didn't hit my hand on something or tap my body or hit my leg on the ground, I wasn't going to express myself. Even to say good morning, I have to time it that you are coming. So I will begin to practice it. I'll be saying within my heart, good morning, because our people has a way, have a way of trying to rebuke you if you don't greet somebody you're supposed to greet, which is normal. And sometimes they won't even understand that you you didn't do it because you didn't want to, but because it was too difficult for you to pronounce. And so if I have sighted you far away and I know I'm supposed to greet you. So before you get to where I was standing, I would have been rehearsing it. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Now sometimes before you get closer, so that I don't miss it, I will throw it ahead of time, you know, because if I don't do it that time, when you get to closer to where I was, that I was supposed to have said it, I may not be able to say it, and you will pass by, and it will be like you're not trained well. So it became an issue. It became a point that, someday I had to call a prayer line, and I was weeping and I was crying. Why is it this? Why is it that? But you know, except for those that are careful to know, you may not know that I stammer. I do. But once it comes to preaching of the word of God, it disappears. Now, the day that I taught Sunday school first in my former church, my pastor then gave it to me to go and teach. I went to him. I said, "Sir, it's like you don't know what you're trying to do, sir. You've forgotten I'm a stammerer." He said, "Go there and stammer it like that." And that was my breakthrough. That was my breakthrough. But if you ask me, I would want God to take it away completely, but He hasn't taken it away. So at a point in time, I was making it a prayer point, but I've stopped. So I'm saying this so that you can understand that there are some situations that may come, and God has the reason of putting it there. You see, God has a way of putting it there. Maybe if God has not put it there, maybe there will be some mistakes I would have made, being aggressive and all that with words. I don't know. But I'm always free when I discuss the gospel, when I speak from the scripture. I'm always free. But if it comes to talking about mundane things and all that, I find it difficult to be involved. So when it is the will of God and a fake prophet is promising you that something otherwise will happen, you are joking. Apostle Paul told us how much he sought God thrice for over an agent of Satan. He called it an agent of Satan that was sent into his body to buffet him. And he sought God thrice, and God has told him, "Let it be. My strength is made perfect in your weakness." And Apostle Paul stopped praying over it. So I'm just saying this so that you understand that even when it seems that you've prayed and the thing still remains there, God may have decided to let it be. and He will give you the strength to navigate through it and still remain very able. God bless you. Kindly subscribe to the channel, and please don't forget to visit this woman's channel to subscribe to her channel. I'll be seeing you in the next video shortly. Till then, from me to you, shalom.